Warning: what you are about to hear goes against traditional romantic counsel expressed by friends, family, and Instagram memes and quotes. Open-mindedness is advised.
Hey guys, so I'm just gonna go ahead and let part 2 out because I think a lot of women are really confused by it. If you're in a relationship with a man, then yes. If you're in a relationship, you guys are committed to each other, living together, engaged, married, what have you. Yes, there comes a responsibility of him helping out with the bills. But I'm talking about women who are just dating a man. She's just dating him and she expects him to be responsible for her bills. Hey guys, so I'm just gonna go ahead and let part 2 out because I think a lot of women are really confused by it. If you're in a relationship with a man, then yes. If you're in a relationship, you guys are committed to each other, living together, engaged, married, what have you. Yes, there comes a responsibility of him helping out with the bills. But I'm talking about women who are just dating a man. She's just dating him and she expects him to be responsible for her bills. No, he's not. No, he's not. A man giving you money should be an addition to what you already have. It shouldn't be a necessity. You can't pay your bills if he doesn't give you money. And I'm sick and tired of women on the post talking about so I'm supposed to lay down with him and give and sleep with him and give him this. And what do I get in return? You get dick in return. That's what happens when you sleep with somebody. You give him your cuckoo. He give you his penis. Y'all put it together. It's an even trade. That's what you're getting. And if you feel like if you lay down with a man and you need to get paid for it or you want to charge him for your time for being there, that's called prostitution. And if that's what you want to do, that's fine. But go ahead and give him a rounded out to a price so y'all can get it over with.
Good night, everybody. Good night, everybody. Good night, everybody. And welcome to another edition of The Senate. I'm your host, Neil Hoyt. He's your host, Derek Marshall. And together we are The Senate. Now, Derek, how you doing, my brother? How is life treating you?
I'm good, man. I'm here. I'm well. What about you? How is everything
I
with
am
you?
good. I am pretty good. You know, all things considered, I'm having a good day. You know, it was an interesting discussion Tuesday night. A lot of people spoke very. We had high praise for
Yeah.
last Tuesday. What about you, man? How you getting on at school and everything? I know it's end of term, man.
Yeah, it is. Taking it well in straight, I guess you could say. The kind of preparing for tomorrow in terms of the impending weather and everything. You see Roger in the house. Shout out Roger.
Yeah,
Good to
shout out
see you,
Roger.
brother. Shout out to all you 237
Speaking
ladies.
of which, Jennifer just come in the shot.
Yeah. So shout out to everybody that's locked on so far.
Mhm.
We in for another interesting
Yeah.
night. I too heard the compliments about Tuesday's show.
Mhm.
It seemed people really appreciated it. We seem to have a pretty good discussion. Welcome to you, Jennifer. And I'm hoping we can continue in the same vein and have an even better one tonight. Shout out to Granham. See Omar, the host, celebrating his early vacation
Shout out
already.
Omar.
Yeah. So yeah, hopefully we can have another good discussion tonight.
And you can't let it go past without telling people where to find G Syndicate and their music.
Yeah, man. G Syndicate, gsyndicate6.com, G Syndicate 6 on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Those are really the places you can find the guys. We did have a rehearsal. It was kind of a little odd in terms of working out the weather and all that. But yeah, man, you guys still there. We still working it out.
Okay.
Still ready to crank.
Okay, good. No.
Yeah, man.
So on Tuesday, for those of you that don't know, good night to everybody. If you missed anyone, but on Tuesday we would have had Brandon Blackman, the People's Bouncer, aka Big Doggy Virgil. He was on the show, and we were talking about Simpin Ain't Easy. And out of this,
Yeah, man.
out of that discussion, not only did we talk about simping and how for men it is destructive and how for women it is destructive. There's no benefit in simping because you're really just kind of putting up a false facade to get an outcome that may or may not benefit you. And women will see that as, well, I could walk over this man and take anything. And out of that conversation, it boiled down to essentially what men want from women. And we were able to elaborate a bit more about we say a man want peace and peace, PIECE, and we talked about it, man, and we went into that some more about how a woman has so much power in how she engages a man. She engages a man with her feminine energy, allows a man to exude his masculine energy, and try not to match the energies. Then the man would feel the utmost to protect it. The man provides the space for it. The woman nurtures it, right? So, we talked about people going out of their frame, people going against their basic instinct to protect nature as men and women. But we decided to follow up tonight because it was a lot. It was a lot. So Derek, what you got for me today, man?
Yeah, it was a lot. And we asked the question: have men enabled women in their relationship expectations? If so, why should women take advantage of simps and nice guys? Right? I think we had sent a definition before of what simps are, and if you got that, I think you can put that on screen again so that everybody is acquainted with what we're talking about when we're talking about simps and simping.
Right.
Hey guys, so I'm just gonna go ahead and let's part 2 out because I think a lot of women.
You've always heard.
We'll go. Wait, sorry. Made the error there. Sorry about that. All right. Well, the graphic is on. It's all right now. Right.
So at the crux of it, at the heart of it, we as men are looking for some kind of sexual attention or activity from women when we are simping, when we are too attentive and submissive to women. And we look at it a lot of times as just being a nice guy. Hence why I kind of put the two together. Because we say, yeah, he's a nice guy. But usually when a woman says he's a nice guy, a lot of times that's not a good thing.
Yeah.
Especially for that guy. It might mean that he's just genuinely a good guy, but it means that he's not going to get the sexual attention and the activity that he's looking for from that particular woman, right? And tonight, as always, we scour the internet in its in the grimiest places, and we find some stuff to kind of illustrate what we're talking about. And we got 2 videos we're gonna show you, and we can hit you with video number 1, Neil, if we can do that.
Yeah, no problem. Video number 1.
Yeah, video number 1.
Let me just put it up here, and yeah, so we can fit it now.
This is why I come to Miami.
This is Homeboy.
What? You think I'm still out there today tatted on me? I got your name tatted on me.
Look, you gotta stop, all right? Relax. Nobody told you to get my name tatted on you. Now you look stupid with my name tatted on your back. Relax. Come inside. Because he's not leaving and you're not leaving either.
Man. Listen. First thing first, everybody. So when Derek sends me these videos, I don't watch them, right? Because people seem to like when I throw my tirades. People like when I get upset. So that was the first time I saw that video. And let me tell you. So from what I understand from that video, Derek, that guy confronted his girlfriend and another man in a hotel room cheating. Yeah? And the man had his name tattooed on her. And she says...
No, he has her
name
tattooed
So
on
I'm
him.
sorry. Correct.
Right.
And she says, no, boy, I tell you they're going to do that. No.
Yeah,
she is absolutely right.
Indeed,
absolutely right. No, but I tell you, they're gonna tattoo her name on you, boss. Because anything after that is at you. You don't tattoo. I'll be honest and say, I have thought about tattooing my son's name on my body. And I don't think I will. Because at the end of the day, I just feel like that might be doing too much. You know what I mean? Like I don't think I need to prove my love for my son by getting a tattoo of him on me. And it is interesting that he chose that route. Anyhow, he clearly got bitten by that. But that goes to show you, men and women, don't tattoo nobody's name for you. not a lover, no
Yeah.
partner. That don't make sense. Why? Because stuff goes down. Stuff goes down. People will leave at the drop of a hat. I can't believe that.
I'll tell you, right, Neil. I spent a lot of time explaining to an ex of mine that people are inherently selfish.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of expected um, some people around her to operate in a particular way, and when they didn't, she'd be really hurt by it.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to her, but people will all, and I learned at a very early age, people will do what is in their best
Mm-hmm.
interest, whether or not you are collateral damage is of no concern
Does
to
not
them.
matter.
A lot of times,
Though it
right?
does not matter.
People will do what is in their best
Mm-hmm.
interest, right? Treat good, treat bad. It matters not how you treat them. I know you can hear me say this a lot tonight. Women are not like banks. You don't get out what you put in. Yeah, that's so. Here's the deal. He goes to the hotel room. He gets there. He discovers that she's in there with this dude, right?
Mm-hmm.
And from what she was saying, it sounds like if he's just a towel boy or whatever, right? It seems as if he would have been partly or wholly responsible for the trip,
Mm-hmm.
right? And when you go, you notice he's a shorter guy than the Horner man. Horner man is also a bigger guy than he is. So as upset as he is, he still got humble out because, shoot, I ain't really ready to take this risk. If it comes to blows, I may not come up on the better side of this argument, you know what I mean? So he got humble out himself, as upset as he is, right? And I guess in that instance, he kind of worked out in his brain, this is her type. The towel boy is her type. And I'll tell you why I say it's her type, right? I suspect that our short guy had to do a lot of showing and proving to get her to consider him, right? Because it seems like they're on the trip together. He stepped out for whatever reason, came back, and quick so whoops, bam, she hooked up with the towel guy.
That is
right?
crazy.
Right? And here's the thing. He put in all of his energy, time, effort, resources to put the trip together and probably to get with this woman. Tall boy just turned up. Like here.
You know what I come to do?
And he gave the guts. You know what I mean? He got her name tattooed on his person.
That is.
And then her response to that is, I never tell you to do that.
Tell you do that. Bit clear. Good night, Claire. Good night, Ryan. Good night, Cherish, Jason, Renee, Steve. Good night, everybody. But yeah.
And that I'll tell you, right? I saw an ex-girlfriend of mine kissing somebody. Just kissing somebody else, right? And I felt like the loneliest man on earth, right? The loneliest man on earth. That was gut-wrenching for me. I cannot imagine what it would be like. I spend my money or whatever, take this woman on this trip, or even go halvesies on this trip.
You go far. I wouldn't even like to feel good to see them kissing in a car park coming from a shopping mall. Far less seeing a situation like that.
Dude wrapped up in the towel, that's it. So
you know what the man come to do.
Yeah. My name is Buck and I come to So So that experience was gut wrenching for me, and I just saw a kiss. So I can't imagine what this guy was
tattoo
going through.
On body and all sorts of things. Nah, don't do that. Men, women, do not tattoo nobody on your person here. Don't do that. Don't do that, because when it goes south, you can end up doing something stupid to either somebody or yourself.
I'll show a very famous, believe it or not, The Undertaker, the dead man, right? 6'10", 300 pounds.
From parts unknown.
From parts unknown, the American badass. He had his wife's name tattooed right here on his throat, Sarah. Right? They fell out, divorced. Now it's blocked up. He had to get it tattooed. He had to tattoo over it. Because he's remarried now.
Saratoga or something. Yeah.
So he's remarried now. Imagine you with your wife, your current wife, and you got your ex-wife's name tattooed on your
Man,
throat.
that,
You know what I mean? That's a little
that
weird.
rough. That rough.
You know what I mean? So, but yeah, that's one guy kind of. But I don't know if you caught this at the end, right, Neil, and the folks in the cabinet tonight. Show to everybody that's present so far. Go and give us a follow on the Senate Podcast 246. Yeah, on IG, the Senate Podcast here on YouTube and Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys caught the end. At the end of the video, when she was trying to calm him down, what did she say to him? She said, calm down. You're not going anywhere. And he's not going anywhere. What are the three of them going to
I ain't gonna
do?
lie. I didn't catch that part because I was so intense when you want to talk about how one when the boy tell you get my name tattooed by you.
You know
So
what I mean?
wait. Well, hold on, brother. Hold on. So she said, here, Tune, you're upset. I am not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. And Buck is going nowhere. That's what he said.
But
And
it's
that's what
going
she said?
nowhere. So that's what she said. I'm not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. So I want the people in the cabinet tonight to come up with your suggestions. Put them in the chat. What could they be doing? Put your suggestions in the chat. Because I'm curious.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. So I don't know how that guy was still there. I really don't know. But again, we say all the time, right? I've heard this for ages now. A woman knows when she lays eyes on you if you can get it or if you're not going to get it.
Facts. Fact.
And it is up to you as a man to not open your mouth and mess it up.
On facts.
She knows up front. We talked about it on Tuesday with the other guy with the Uber and that kind of stuff. Girlfriend, she was ready to add. So even before the date was done, she was like, oh, okay, thanks for the food, bye. And she was rolling. She had gotten her $600 meal. She was
Salt
out.
beer special.
Like, yeah, she was out like Jerry Curls, you know what I mean? She just out. Gone. And he didn't trying to work out, but yeah, he thought, you were going to do something because, listen, fellas, if she's interested, you don't need a $600 meal. You don't even need a $60 meal.
Fact.
You know what I mean? If she's interested.
Fact.
By the time you got to do so much to show and prove, she ain't into you. She cut your losses.
She's not that into you.
Move on.
That is crazy.
She's not that into you. By the time you have to do so much to show and prove, she's not that into you. Cut your losses and move on. Because here it is. Towel boy just turn up. They here with the towels.
And the woman say, well, I like the looks of you. I like seeing I want you.
Fleece Johnson, man. I like seeing I want you. I see you. You know what I mean? And she was good to go. So, guys, yeah, just don't do it to yourself. Let me get into guy number 2 though, because this one is a different kind of simping. So let me get into
guy number 2 now. Guy number 2 now. Let me pull that up. Let me. All right, hey, let's go.
Real man like me, I started messing with her when she was 5 months pregnant, and guess what? I've been here ever since. It's my child. It's nobody else's. It's her third baby father. When none of them manly enough for her. That's why I had to come. She never had a man stick around, for the birth and none of that. I'm the first one to do that. I have no kids, but her kids, her 3, they mine. And they gonna forever be mine.
Okay, wait. So, woman pregnant, she in the hospital about to give birth. Dude is saying he's a real man. He's there. He's saying he ain't going nowhere. And this is he's the third baby father of the third child.
You wish. No, she's pregnant with somebody else's child.
I need to watch that again. We
Run
can
it
we
again.
can watch that
Run
again,
it
people. I'm
again.
sorry, but you know,
I know it's a little misleading. But watch it again.
Real man like me, I started messing with her when she was 5 months pregnant. And guess what?
wait. I don't catch it. She started messing with her when she was the mom started messing with her when she was 5 months pregnant.
Yep. Yep.
All right, so what I don't understand, right? Because when my son's mother was pregnant with him, she used to tell me about guys used to hit on her and say, "Yeah, man, you're pregnant, man. You want somebody help your strength for that shit." And I was like, why we looking at pregnant women and saying, why we hitting on pregnant women? What is it? Okay, first things first. Outside of your partner, why would I see a pregnant woman and be like, "Yeah, boy, I ready to do some loving"? What? All right, that's number one. That's number one. Two, my man. Shoot, not me. So my man decides that he can hit on the woman, he can get the woman, them together, and get together, and he can be there like a real man for the child.
Yeah.
Man, ain't gonna work with me. Yeah. Crystal, I slow today, man. I ain't cranky. All right. So fellas, here trap, right? When you're buying a car second hand. You buy the car when the body in driving it. You don't buy the person and the driver too, unless you gotta hire, you gotta hire, you gotta hire, you gotta buy the car and then hire the driver. But you don't buy the car with somebody driving it already. That is like me saying, Derek, I see your car for sale, I want to buy it. It's no problem. And I buy it, but you just drive it to me and drive it back. And every now and then I will drive it, but you in the back seat. And I. Oh, there's another thing too. This real man talk. This real
Boy.
man talk, right? I want us to be very careful what we consider a real man. Now, I know a real man is subjective. As I had the conversation with someone, I think last night, there is a finite definition for what is a man and a woman. A man is the male of a species, human, right? We have genitalia, penis, testes. We have hair in places. We don't have breasts. We grow a bit taller. We are a bit stronger than the feminine counterpart, which is the woman, who is the child bearer, who has breasts to nurture the offspring, etc., etc., etc. We're talking to dumpsy people in here. What makes a man or what makes a woman varies. So, having said that, we have to be very careful with what we say was a real man. To me, as I said last night, a real man is a man that is an adult, and an adult is somebody that takes care of themselves, whether it be self-care, whether it be in their health, their mind, body, spirit, everything, cares of themselves. But to me, what I think a man is a provider, a man that provides safety and security, and is consistent, constant, and emotionally steady and stable in providing a space for nurturing, a space for love, a space for financial prospering, for many different things. The woman counterpart to me nurtures what the man provides. Yeah? I'm not saying the woman can't provide things. I'm not saying the man can't nurture things. I'm saying, based on how I see a real man, a man is a constant. A man is more stable, is the stable person emotionally, more stable person emotionally, right? He provides strength, stability. He enforces morality. He enforces, compassion, love. He enforces these things, right? Woman nurtures. So let me be careful when we use that real man talk, because I saw a meme. The meme that someone sent me was that women don't even have to ask a real man. You don't have to even ask a real man. A real man you just do without having to be asked, because he just don't want you stressed or sad. That, and I told her straight, nobody. I have learned the hard way that nobody owes you anything to take care of nothing, your mental health and well-being. They have no onus to take care of you or to help you. If they do, that is fine. But you can't hold it against them if they do it. Having said that, a real man may choose to help, a real man may choose not to help for many reasons. He may want to see how you rise against adversity. He may figure he doesn't want to overstep and make you feel that of less than an adult. He may feel as though it is not his place. He may feel that you should ask. There are many reasons why a man would not up and help a woman in some situations. Most situations, right? And it depends on the relationship you have with the woman as well. Because, yeah, I just feel like certain things are your responsibility as an adult. So I can ask if there's any way I can help, and you can tell me, or you can flat out tell me. But the whole a real man, you gotta ask a real man do this and do that. Let me. That perpetuates negative and toxic stereotypes. Because now you get in your group and say, well, I only want a real man, and if I gotta ask you, then this relationship ain't working. And then it perpetuates the whole toxic masculinity, because if I not bending over backward to help you in your saddest and stressed moments as you would like, because you now have an expectation. If I'm not helping you in that regard, no, I'm a dog. I'm a arrogant SOB. You know what I mean? So we gotta be careful in the definitions we use. Again, that's a real man to me. Derek may see a real man differently. Women may see real men differently, but we have to be very careful with what we expect and what we feel we're entitled to as men and women. Because at the end of the day, nobody is really responsible for your mental well-being, your stress, sadness, your bills, nothing but you.
So much to unpack with this guy. Got 3 children, and as one lady put it to me one time, each of them got their own father.
So she got 3 children from 4 fathers, is what you're telling me?
Interestingly enough, yeah. Yeah, that's actually what is going on.
3 children from 4 fathers.
Yeah, I saw another story with a girl. She had 3 different fathers. No, like, trust me, it's actually a real thing. She had 3 different fathers turn up at her graduation. But that's another story for another time, right?
Ooh.
So
Bumba Cloud.
yeah. When I see stuff like this, I gotta ask a couple questions. And the first thing I want to know is, where are the other fathers, right? And why did none of them stick around? I know this particular thing gets to be a little touchy. And I am tempted to say that if none of them chose to stick around to deal with, because even if you don't want to deal with the others, he hasn't even stuck around to deal with his, right? Or because he's saying he had to step up and take care of all three of his, as far as he's concerned, right?
Madness.
So he's taking care of all 3 of these.
And this is, hold on, sorry again across the Derek. Started messing with her at 5 months. This woman is now in labor, so that's give or take 4.5 months.
Yeah.
She taking responsibility for, man.
And I'm glad you said that, Neil. That you pointed out the timeline. If he started messing with her at 5 months, how far away do you think the third baby daddy is?
Well, when the man gotta be there, the man gotta be there. Even if he is not a. No, they got some dogs out there, right? Got some flat dogs.
Yeah.
Mom bite me, mom that say, "You pregnant?" Not me.
Not me.
Exactly, right? Yo, but you gotta believe that man, if he is not there, may come back around.
Yeah.
And want to play an active role in the child's life. And maybe even try to patch up things with the woman.
Because she's still pregnant. She's still pregnant. So this thing fresh, right? We ain't even gonna get into the other 2 because we don't know how close they are, if they're in her orbit or whatever. So I gotta ask the question: what is the benefit to him for taking up this mantle, right? I get that it's a noble gesture and all, but what is the benefit to him to do this, right? He is going to end up on child support. Then let me just call that thing a thing. He is going to end up on child support for those 3 children,
and she may end
which
up
are
4 for
not
4.
which are not his.
Mm-hmm.
More than likely, she'll end up 4 for 4. More than likely, right? She's made her choices, and he's come along now like he is the cleanup guy, right? Fellas, it sounds real noble and all, but do not feel guilted into being obligated to save anybody. I see your face, Neil. Right?
I read in Ricardo's definite. I didn't know that was a thing. Wait, call on pregnancy fetishism?
It probably is a thing.
Man.
Right? So I'm going to say this, right, guys? You cannot pour from an empty cup. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Your duty is to you first. Right? Your duty is to you first. Then you can take care of anybody else. He is laying down in a hospital bed, it seems. Lord knows if he got shot or whatever.
Shoot, you must have gotten a heart attack because you doing barefoot sissy self.
Because that just look like a whole set of ghettoism right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And what position is he in to take care of himself, this woman, and these 3 children? You know what I mean? Fellas, you are not obligated to save anybody. I know that's a little harsh to say because we've come up with, you hear what he said? He was a real man because he stepped up. Nah, brother. A real man takes care of himself, make sure that he is in a position that he is scrambling.
That he could provide.
And
all the leads.
And all the leads. Because shit, what can happen here, right? You could step up as a stepfather. Yeah. All well and good is great. Noble gesture, as I said. When it all said and done, them children get to a particular age. And those children decide, you know what? You're a nice guy and all, you provide for me and all, but you're not really my father. What is he going to say to those children? Because that is a real possibility. Because as much attachment as he may have to them, those children will be forever tethered to their biological father. Mm-hmm. He could be as good to them as he wants, but those children will forever be tethered to their biological father. Mm-hmm. And if the biological fathers would have more say, because if those men decide, you know what, I don't want this man raising my child, then what? Then what? Because the fellow might be, you don't know the character of the guys that she's been with.
Man alive. That's no, I'm just saying I'm thinking about how bad of a situation that is. Like the children, there's no stability. I'm not seeing stability. To me,
yeah, that's,
you don't want to assume an in-person situation, but you can't. I don't know, man. It's hard to be stable to have that mess going on.
That is just too many moving parts surrounding your relationship. It's just too many.
Yeah.
It only takes one of those baby daddies to be a piece of madman and all kind of hell could break loose in your house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It makes no sense to me. And the fact that he felt obligated says a lot to how we as men look at our rules within relationships and stuff like that. Because to his mind, yeah, he step up. He do what he was supposed to do. He was a real man. Real dumb man. Because here it is now, you on the hook for children that you have met. You know what I mean? And if those fathers decide, for example, will he have the permission to administer corporal punishment if he chose to? Suppose he decide, you know what, you can't hear against yours and licks in here. Can he do that without the mother saying, press brakes? Then they know you're raising them and all, but them ain't really your son. You know, they're really your sons, hold tight. Or he decide, you know what, I paying the bills, I taking care of everything, I can share the licks as I feel. And then they go and tell the father,
And they father piece of man, but
the father turn up, want kill and cure. How do you process that then?
that's too
You
much.
know what I mean?
That's doing too much.
It just sounds like a weird set of stuff.
Doing too much. Doing too much.
Let me just dive in the chat a little bit here. You see Sean in the crank, we go Kenyan.
Shout out Sean, man. What's going on, brother?
Yeah. Somebody's saying if she can't get pregnant, is she already pregnant? Wow. For pregnancy fetishism, also known as "wui," it can't even get that word called those two words called is a context where pregnancy is seen by individuals or cultures as an erotic phenomenon. Wow.
I don't know. I don't know.
That where it is. Crystal, welcome, Crystal. Good to see you as always. Crystal says these women just always find men like that, and other women that can offer a peaceful, drama-free relationship just end up with stressed men. Stoops life. Yeah, that's just how we.
So we make up, man. That's how we do.
We like the drama, you know, Crystal. We like the drama.
Well,
as much as we say we don't.
Not me.
We like the drama, but you know, yeah. Listen to you. Yeah, when some says outside of him genuinely loving her and her children, which is always a possibility, I see this as a man having low self-esteem, as do I. Because for some reason in his brain, he's told himself, I could do no better.
I could do no better than get a woman that already occupied. Because that's basically what it is, you know. She's already taken. She's been taken a few times, but she's currently in the process of incubating another man's child.
And here's the thing. She's tethered, as I said, to those other men for the next 18 years. So he will never, unless those men decide, I want to do with them boys or girls anyhow, do your thing. She has to interact with those gentlemen, those honorable gentlemen, to use the words of Mara Anthony. She has to interact with those honorable gentlemen for the next 18 years. Whether he likes it or not, whether he paying all the bills or not, she has to interact with those men. What is that dynamic going to be like? Claire says he could be laying. Maybe he's posting on social media to look like a responsible man so he can catch someone to have his own baby with. My God, that would be convoluted in that he would take on the responsibility of, Claire, nobody ain't taking on anybody with saints. I don't know if you women in chat can say or not, but I can't see the women in this particular chat taking on a man who has taken on responsibility for 3 children that are not his.
That's just a recipe for disaster for that dude, man.
It just sounds like a hot.
I hope it works out for him, like really and truly, but the success rate gonna be low for him.
Yeah, the percentage, probability low there. Steve says, think about when the mother of any of the children reconciles or they find themselves in a better financial position or situation and decide to come back, what is he going to do? Yeah. Ricardo, I know a guy, he met a girl fresh out of a relationship, had a son from another relationship. 3 months into their talking, she discovered she's pregnant for the guy she just broke up with. Not quite like your example, but similar. What are your views? But that is a particularly ticklish situation in that she found out after the fact. 3 months.
I think it is simple, right? Like, I know things happen. Yeah, I know sometimes a man or woman has sex, they break up, they get back together, they break up, they get back together, they break up. And then, she moves on, meets another dude, say, you know what? I had enough of that toxic relationship, about something new, something fresh. Finds out she's pregnant for the other dude. Things happen. But I feel like, and I don't want to tell nobody what to do with the body. I don't tell nobody how to move and how to react, right? But I just feel like for me, as a man, like, I just feel a sorry way, like, after you're dating a woman, you have sex with a woman one day, and then you meet another day, and then, you know what I mean? Like, So I can't imagine for a woman, especially you having unprotected sex, you doing things. I feel as though like between you should like just get yourself a break, see what happens, see if something happen, I don't know. I don't know. Because to me, I'd be thinking the possibility I had unprotected sex, I know where I've been, I know what I've done, the possibility out there that I could get pregnant. So let me see my next period and then, keep it moving.
Yeah. What are my views? This is a particularly interesting situation. As the woman in the situation, if I was the woman, I would say you already out of that relationship, forge ahead with the new relationship. However, if I was the man in the relationship, I'd be saying you need to work this out with the father of the child. I think it's only fair, it's only right. Because I don't think I could build with that. It just sounds messy. It sounds like mess already, and we and shoot, 3 months into talking, like we could walk away from 3 months. Yeah, like we particularly invested and we
3 months,
got
3 months, 3 months. It
house
might.
and land thing to you. I could walk away and left that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I would suggest that you check back the fathers of the child and see what's going on there, because this is just a little messy for me. Claire says it depends on how the baby's father responded to the news. Yeah. Rian says he could legally adopt, and the biological fathers may not be a part of the kid's life. Many men are stepfathers. Some don't even know they are. So true.
Oh, Bumba.
So true. Winsome says, I see red flags when a guy defines himself only by the amount of sex he says he can throw down. A guy defines himself only by the amount of money he has. A guy defines himself as being a man when he has a woman. Yeah. That's crazy. Ricardo, I heard that one personally. If we get involved, we can't discipline my child. Yeah. That's the thing. People say that up front, And I have to say it's something I've given a lot of thought to, and I don't think I want, anybody like trying to hand my child up anyway.
No.
Considering that I don't
do it. So
I don't do it. So
yeah.
I really have issues with that.
Yeah.
Greg is saying he doesn't like drama, neither do I, my brother. I keep it at arm's length, to be honest. Jimmy, welcome, Jimmy. Good to see you. Jimmy says that pregnancy fetish thing is real. When my wife was pregnant, there were so many men talking foolishness to her. Yeah, apparently it's a thing.
That is
not for me.
Not
me. But apparently it's a thing. Sean is saying it's a superhero complex. Yeah. Justin is in the house. Welcome, Justin. Good to see you.
Shout out, Justin.
Okay, I'll do that with you, Ricardo. We can talk about it. Well, not tomorrow, but probably next week. We can talk about it. So yeah, guys, start simping. There's no benefit to you when you do it. You mean? Well, clear. Ricardo have to declare his hand if he wants to put it in here for the Senate for everybody to hear. He can do that. I won't pray. He said he would tell me at work.
Let me leave it at that.
There in case it's sensitive stuff. I don't want to put it out there.
Might be too specific.
Yeah. So we got 2 sets of simping so far, right? We got one guy, he, went halvesies. I'm saying that that's the best case scenario. Took his girl to Miami. And some people tell he flew her out. And, turns out that it was a case of the tall boy just turning up to deliver more than he towels. Then we got my guy, he stepped up. 3 children for 3 fathers, and he's the 4th father. And he's very proud of seeing himself as a real man because he stepped up to be the daddy to all of those. And we have our friend from Tuesday Night, Neil.
Man.
I know you don't want to do it, but we're going to have to do it because we only got to do the first part. So we can do the first part again, and then we can do the second part as well, so that we can hear what she has to say about relationships. Before you look, you got it there to hand you.
I just went in to fit it.
Yeah, Winston is saying I don't think most men are really serious about taking up relations with a pregnant woman. No, they are not. Men like to be able to confirm paternity, and the fact that bitches' white body count is important, but that's another story for another time. But we're not gonna get into that. Yeah, we're not gonna get into that right now, right, guys? Run the video there so for me, Neil. Let's hear from our friend. You got a minute 42 loaded up?
Yep.
Yeah, we run that.
Good morning, YouTube. You know what? I'm getting so sick and tired of broke men. I'm getting sick and tired of broke black men thinking they can get with good-looking women for free. They think that they can just do the bare minimum. They don't have to put in any type of work in order to get what they want. You know what I'm saying? Like I have this dating app that I'm on, right? And you got all different type of men jumping into my inbox and shit, asking me for sex and can they do this with me? Can they eat me out and all type of funky shit? And I'm just saying to myself, like, nigga, what can you do for me? You sitting here asking me to do all this freaky shit and what I'm about, but as soon as I ask you, do you have a job? Do you have your own place? Do you have a car? Y'all motherfuckers want to get butthurt. Y'all want to get in y'all motherfucking feelings and shit because I'm asking you, what do you bring to the table? You know what I'm saying? Like this is exactly why I don't fucking care to deal with the dating scene. I have just completely stopped dating. I have completely stopped paying attention to men. Like, I really do not want nothing to do with you. Like, if you don't have your own place, you don't have a car, if you don't have a job, if you have nothing to offer me, I do not need you. You're pretty much useless to me. You know what I'm saying?
Why am I not hearing this next video?
Handling
Hold on,
your
let me start that
business.
again. Give me
If you're
one
not
second.
operating like a real man
Alright,
is supposed to operate.
while I cue that up, let me comment on something. You know what I just realized, Derek?
Yeah, man.
I realized when men approach a woman for sex, when a woman approach a woman like, oh baby, you're so beautiful, oh I would like to take you, oh I would like to do this and do that and do this 30 for you. You are already sending the message to the woman that that is what you want her to offer you.
Right.
Sex,
Uh-huh.
attention, companionship. So she is no
Sex. Let's leave it at sex.
no, she feels empowered and entitled to say, well, what you bring to the table, nigga? You understand? Well, sorry, ninja.
Yeah,
What you bring to the table? Yeah, you want me, you want eat me out, you want put me on my head talk, you want to do this, you do that. So what you can do for me? And that is a problem because now she feels the bare minimum, which for some women is not a big deal. You know, just put it up there and let somebody knock it out. So I know, man. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Here's the thing, right? She's talking about a dating app. From what I understand, it seems that most of the dating apps are intended for hookups, right? So I would caution those of you in the chat who are looking to get into right there. Those of you who are looking to get into the online dating and stuff, really be careful when you go on these apps, right? Do a little bit of research into what goes down because from what I understand, a lot of it is hookup culture.
Mm-hmm.
People, it's because the online dating thing is swiping.
Yeah,
We only looking at a picture, we making a judgment. I
double
like this
tapping.
person or not, right? It's not like you seeing somebody sizing up for a couple of days or whatever before you ask them to go on a date. It's not that. It's literally a case of, this body look good. And you eat with your eyes and go forward, pardon the expression,
Mm-hmm.
right? But you eat with your eyes. So you look at somebody's picture. That's all you have to go on. And you make a decision on whether you are going to get with that person or not.
Mm-hmm.
By the very fact that that is how you are matching with people. It's just a looks thing. It's just a physical thing.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot go on the web. Sorry, let me say you cannot. you shouldn't approach the online dating game as if it was a case of you looking for this long, deep, everlasting love.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking for two different things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she's on the online dating app. The man clearly looking for a girl, right?
Yeah, the man looking for
Right?
gut. Man looking for guts.
We're looking for guts. Here's the thing. I like the fact that she says, she considers herself to be beautiful. Um,
Beauty is in the eye of the
it's in
beholder,
the eye of the
sir. I have
beholder.
nothing to say on that.
It's in the eye of the beholder.
Because she probably has her
Um,
niche. So
right. So, and those of you who know me would kind of say, yeah, you would understand that that's not necessarily my preference, right? Um, Having said that, if she that's what she thinks she is, right?
mm-hmm.
Here's the challenge. Online dating will give you a very brisk reality check,
Brisk.
right? There's a reason that men are approaching her like that, right? There's a reason. And I'm pretty sure because notice when she asks the question, the guys get offended, which means that the guys that are approaching her dusty ain't got much going on. So ask yourself, my friend in the yellow top, why are these particular men coming to you? Why are they stepping to you? Maybe you're not as gorgeous, as beautiful as you think you are, right? And this is
Mm-hmm.
what you're attracting.
Or maybe it's what you putting out there.
And then you said it on Tuesday. Even in a normal discourse, she just cussing like a pirate, going down the road. I don't know what the guys in the chat, but for me,
Well, no. To the no.
not me. Uh-uh. You know what I mean? And just saying,
Oh.
since those are thirsty men looking for an easy mark,
Mm-hmm.
low hanging fruit. That's what she is. They consider her low hanging fruit, and that's why they're approaching her, right? But we got video number 2 from her. Let's run video number 2 for her, Neil, because I am really intrigued with this lady. I know you aren't, but let's go. Let's get into it, dog.
All right, I run it now.
Like I was saying, like if you don't have nothing to offer me, if you're not handling your business, if you're not operating like a real man is supposed to operate, if you don't want to provide for your family, then just don't come at me, because I am constantly trying to improve myself every day. I don't come out the house looking any old type of way. I actually put effort into my looks. You know what I'm saying? I put effort into my looks. I put effort into how I look and the type of clothes that I wear and the body care and shit like that. I put effort into that shit, and that shit costs money. It costs me money to get my feet done. It costs me money to get my nails done.
It's
it costs
free to
me
lose
money
weight.
to get my hair done. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if you can't provide for me, you can't protect me, I don't need you. Because at the end of the day, dick is not valuable.
Oh shit. Dick is not valuable. Oh my god. So so I don't want to have to do it, but I can do it. I can be that man. I can be that man. I can be that. I can go over the hill and take some arrows here for the man, right? I don't know who told her. I don't know what her beauty standards are. I don't know. She just ain't it for me. Just for me, she ain't it. She um let's forget her physical appearance. The woman just look cross. The woman just look angry. The woman just look upset. She look like a woman that it is just vexed. She just angry. And then too, she making herself seem like I put effort into me and I do this and I do that. Okay, so you put effort into you. A man puts effort to himself. Derek and myself, we put effort into ourselves. We ain't step into you. Not after that video. Not after that video. You see, and you know, we said it on this in this space before. A man don't really necessarily care what you look like, you know. A man would risk at Rihanna. If Rihanna presents herself, a man will risk at Rihanna. But a man know what weight class he in. A man know welterweight, featherweight. A man know what weight he in, right? Heavyweight. So a man knows where he can risk, and he knows when he's gonna be fighting outside and punching up, right? So she could, if she had a nice personality, if she had, you know, she was friendly, she was agreeable, approachable, you know, carried herself in a particular manner, was dainty. She probably that is what maybe this video is not necessarily catching her in the best light or on a good day. However, if using that as grounds to if you using this video, right? She is not attractive to me. She
2 words to me.
she looks upset and angry. Not to me. I love that. 2 words too many. She just seems angry and upset, and she get on the stance like, yeah, you want to have sex with me, you want to eat me up, do this, but your dick ain't valuable, so you bring it to me. As if, you see, and that's what you're trying to say. Do not empower women to feel as though that if you approach a woman and you say, yeah, babes, you look good, you sexy, can I take you on a dinner? I would like to lay you down, like to have sex with you, this and that, next to third. She said, well, my vagina is cool. So what are you going to do for this vagina? But man, we have value too. But shoot, I ain't gonna lie to you. I got value in my member too. I ain't gonna lie to you. But, you know what I mean? I value myself. You understand me? I value myself. So at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, man, we gotta stop simping, because that is what you get when you sin. When you see, she is exactly what you get when you sin.
Entitlement.
You gonna be working hard on yourself. You're gonna be bigging up yourself. You're gonna be making your money. You're gonna be getting your health right, your mind right. You're gonna be taking care of your skin, your body, and everything like that. And then when you go to holler at her, she can tell you, nigga, what you bringing to me? Like literally, she is going to say, she said it in the video. What you gonna do for me?
Yep.
And your penis ain't special. Like you get that diamond doesn't anywhere. But you know what, man? We gotta start having, my mother dare say, abundance mindset. We could get vagina anywhere too. So it's not the vagina. It is like sex real easy, you know. Good sex may be difficult to find. I never had bad sex, but I mean, I don't know why you want me to play that with Yellow Woman for true. Like, what happened?
No, I'm listening to you.
Right, I don't know you meant to put that Yellow Woman for, cause like, ain't even to say that the woman. Let me be honest, that woman ain't. At very best, she's scraping a 4B. I don't want to be that man, because like, you know, some people may say I'm not attractive, but I am how I am, and I look how I look, right? But yeah, if we in a club, if we in a fete, no man ain't looking at her. And let me be honest, if I were to go and stand on that center and say, my girl, I want to carry you out, a lot when I hear men and women gonna be like, Neil, up and Neil. You need to up your prescription for the glasses. You know what I mean? Right? Like, I ain't getting into if she out of my league. I ain't gonna say if she out of my league or she whatever. I ain't getting into all of that. All I can say is that a man once said to me, if you are not attractive, and you know you're not attractive, you may be heavy set, you just got a resting bitch face that just look aggressive. You know what I mean? You just, you know, whatever it is, you just finding it hard to be met with the attraction that other women get. Just be nice. Like, for real. Just, like, a man once tell me, if you're ugly, it should be nice, though.
Yeah, Eric Lewis had a song about it a couple years ago. You can't be ugly and unmarried too, right? You literally gotta pick a struggle, right?
You gotta pick a struggle, man. You can't.
And this is the thing, right? I find this particular video so interesting because I like to see you kind of try to be PC,
I
right?
trying hard,
Try
B.
hard to be PC in your comments,
I
right?
trying hard because I am want to be. I am. You know me there. I'm not that type of man to say. 'Cause first things first. And like I am Michael B. I ain't on the covers. You know what I'm saying? I ain't. You know, I ain't got like top models knocking on my door or whatever. I would like to think that I'm an attractive man. I'm above average. Yeah. You know, women may be walking about saying that he's a 7 or 8. Some may say I'm a 5'6". But there will be variables. I want everybody in this chat, everyone in this chat to rate what you think that woman looks like on a scale of 1 to 10.
A massive for only for the boobs.
Man, look, to me, that ain't even call it.
Oh Lord,
Because I ain't even saying 4 only for the boobs. Because when they let go, you know what they look like?
So Claire asks if the cat has your tongue, right? And
Yeah,
that's why
because
I find it so interesting, Claire, because watching him try to kind of like, you know,
Claire,
tiptoe through the two letters, so this one is intriguing to me.
Nika, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing it again. Try again. She is 11 to someone. No, Nika. I asking you point blank, what do you rate her? Don't come with that. But question, if she was a Rihanna and she said the same thing, how would you respond the same way? Why? Because men would have gassed her up to feel as though men became special and we you bring in to get this coochie.
But here's the thing. By international beauty standards, if you want to use that term, Rihanna would have. There's something called pretty privilege, right? Let me just be real. There's something called pretty privilege. Rihanna would have that, and Rihanna would be able to say it to get away with saying something like that. Depending on who it
Not
is,
for me. Not
right?
for me.
Some men ain't gonna tolerate it for anybody.
Not me.
Other people can say, it's Rihanna. I will live with it. You know what I mean?
Oh, Russell.
Wow.
Why?
Fellas, great cruel in this shot. Right? So let me just backtrack a little bit because I found this particularly interesting, right? Crystal
I am
asked a
playing it
question.
again, Claire. I am playing it again.
Right? Crystal asked a question. What does make one to think a woman out of your league? And that's the thing, right, Crystal? Generally, because we are who we are, we're very visual. The hotter the woman, the more we think, maybe a little outside of my weight class. That's just it. Right? What I will say, and based on that, it has nothing at all to do with your academic or professional qualifications. Nothing. It has nothing at all to do with the amount of money you make when the month comes.
Nothing.
None.
That is icing on top of the frosting that is the cake.
Yeah. The fact that you can buy your own food and drive your own car and stuff like that, man, don't care about that. How you look, that's very real. I had a friend of mine.
That's entry to your door.
I had a friend of mine the other day. She sent me a message trying to hook me up with a friend of mine. Sorry, not hook me up, but a friend of mine with a friend of hers.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, "Oh, she's a nice girl," and blah blah blah. And I was like, "Okay, what she look like?" And she was really like, "So I mean, you don't want to know who she is or what kind of personality she got?
What she look like? That's number one.
What she look like? Because if she ain't cute, the rest of that information is null and void,
irrelevant. If she's not attractive to me, null and void.
And so I understand, I get it that would be harsh for some people to grasp. But and as we get older, we will concede a few things as men. You don't gotta be a smoking 9 over 10, but we would take a peaceful 6.
A man would take an agreeable 7 though.
Agreeable 7, a peaceful 6, a pleasant 5.
Shoot. A man would take a warm and loving 4.
Having said that, you know, we will hit anything between 1 and 10. Staying with is a different story for another time, right? But yeah, I can use y'all game some game tonight, right? So let me just go back to our friend in the yellow shirt. Rianne, she's saying that face-to-face is a hookup culture too. You go in a bar and a man offers it to you. He may not even offer you a drink first. I have friends overseas who got married through online dating. 5 years later, still together. Wow, impressive. How you present yourself has a lot to do with it. If her photos are skin and note photos, they will approach to suit. You attract what you put out. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Justin is saying her language is also insinuating that she's looking to be bought. If they offer her money for stuff, she will be there. Yeah. So she's looking for, as you said, transactional interactions.
Or what do you call that, boys and girls?
I got one for that. What do you call it? Drop it in the chat. What do you call it? Transactional interactions.
Love for money. What you would call that?
You know, Dennis Brown had a song years ago, "Money in my pocket and I just can't get no love." Yeah, man.
Big trap.
So yeah, we stay in the chat a little bit. Then certainly you don't have to rate her, and I think that's another issue. We spend too much time dissecting people we have already crossed off the list of options. Yeah.
I mean, man, Jimmy, like you winning the price tonight.
Yeah. Steve says generally other women, the way they speak, the attitude towards men, and general behavior towards men at times. That's with regard to women who are out of a man's league.
Yep.
Claire wants her IG handle so she can see a few nicer pics.
You getting a malicious. You getting a malicious,
Claire.
You're
gonna get her.
No, Claire. You getting a malicious.
Past that.
You ain't gonna work with me.
Greg is saying no woman is out of your league. That's a man with low confidence.
Well, I'll be honest
but we
and say,
already know that you're gonna come in a certain tax bracket to set to certain people as a man.
I would say, honestly speaking, if I am in a room and there's a beautiful woman and I get the vibe she's attracted to me,
you shoot your shot.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't go with the whole you're not in my league kind of vibe. Shoot, Rihanna, I telling you, I promise you, if I see Rihanna in a bar, all right, that might be a little big talk. But no, I mean, depending on how you feel that day, if she got bodyguards or whatnot, if it's an intimate setting, if I get embarrassed, I can shoot my shot. I guess. Crystal says, I know men don't care about that stuff, but do men find, for instance, extremely smart women intimidating? No. Intimidating is not the right word, Crystal. Uh-oh.
I'm not fine. All right. Men are not threatened or intimidated by intelligence. They like intelligence. Be cool with intelligence. Mm-hmm. What men have an issue with is know-it-all women.
Need to be right women.
Yeah, and women that need to be right.
Mm-hmm.
Women that need to be right.
The actually women. Actually.
Yeah. Actually. Yeah. And the women that just can't let the argument die. Like just can't concede and say, all right, my bad. I was wrong on this point. Because
education brings you, it encourages you to compete.
Right? Because you know more. You got more knowledge and you bring it into your relationship. And then they're wrong with that. But if a lot of times, men would be in a discussion with their significant other and they just concede. Not because the woman right, but because they just can't be bothered.
Just can't be bothered.
Continuing the argument. So it's
fighting that battle.
A man don't need a woman to be particularly smart. You don't want an idiot. You don't want somebody like daft as a brush. You don't want that. But that need to be right. That's the part that's really get men. Men love smart women. Because
wait, you call them sapiosexual?
Yeah, a man likes to know that he has somebody who can build with him, somebody who can advise him, can provide counsel. A man likes to know that, but he does not want to feel like if he got a second mother or somebody trying to be domineering, and that is there's a fine line that women tend to go over, and that, and then because men don't want to deal with it, because men can't be bothered, they don't want to put up that energy, they shut down. And then women say they're intimidated, but it's not that. It's not that you're intimidated. It's just you're energy freak. They don't want to fight at home too. You know what I mean? Yeah. A man would take a super sweet 4, says Justin. Yeah.
But
hit 1 to 10 and anything in between. Yeah, sure. Oh Lord, Claire, do not go and bracket your household asking your husband to rate you 1 to 10.
But Man, I don't mind that because the husband know he got the husband ain't gonna be idiot.
I hope not. I really hope not.
I mean, listen, do not the Senate podcast will not be held liable for any divorces or
Yeah, I'm saying.
any breakups or arguments in any of your relationships.
Right. See, Kevin is saying not intimidating. Correct. Good night to you, Cutting. Good to see you as
Yeah,
always.
good night, Cutting.
Greg is saying, understand that regardless to what level a woman is perceived to be on, there are men on her level too, and she's still single. Step brave. Yeah, okay. The hubby is sleeping. Praise God.
I got a question though, Derek. Before you
Yes.
continue, I want to ask the women out there: do you think that some men are out of your league? Do you think men are out of your league? Do you look at some men and say, "I never wasting the time with that there"?
Yeah, that's a good question, Neil.
Because we always talk about, "Oh, she is out of my league." Shoot, I had a movie called "She Is Out of My League,"
Yeah.
and we've heard women say, "Oh, she ain't in my league." We've never heard a man say that because yes, I'm not gonna hit anything, but have women ever said to themselves, "Yeah, I ain't shooting my shot there, cause I can't even reach the rim."
Yeah, because shoot, we had very recently we had Lizzo risking that literal Captain America.
Literal.
You know what I mean? And before that, she was risking at LeBron. She married LeBron, and she was risking at Carl Anthony Towns.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So almost shooting, she shot all over the NBA.
She's shooting like 70 some. So she didn't really care. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's a good question to ask, guys. To answer, guys, do women ever feel like a man is out of their league? Just drop a comment here in the chat. Let us know. Yeah, Kane is saying that he chose the right answer by being asleep. I agree. Smart, robust conversation. No dumb blondes needed, but men had enough of the head teacher when they left school. Correct,
Yeah.
Ricardo.
Man, Ricardo.
Crystal, yeah, I got you. Hopefully that was helpful, as you said. Kwame, good to see you, my brother. Always
shout out, Kwame.
good to have you in the chat. Kwame
Yes,
says,
sir.
not me. I need a smart woman who can engage me on any topic with a level of
Agreed.
logic, mental stimulation, etc. You're spot on about the need to be right. A person who can't conceive based on respectful discussion is impossible to be with unless you're just about that thing. And here's the thing, right, guys? Since we've started this discussion, right, this space, right, Neil, I get engaged daily by men and women, right? And it's always interesting that some of the women will stick to their point in the face of,
insurmountable evidence.
Mountain of insurmountable evidence. So some of the females will stick to their point. And, depending on if I got the time and if I'm feeling froggy, I will engage the back and forth because, shoot, it gives me practice for discussing here. So those of you who engage me outside of the podcast, yes, I am using you to practice for when they come here.
I ain't gonna lie. You know how much situations like just kind of engaging just to
just to sharpen the skills.
just to see. I wonder if this is something. What can I learn from this?
Right. So I will engage you in an effort to kind of keep myself sharp and really focusing my arguments and stuff like that for the stuff that I present. But then there are other times when I'm not feeling so froggy. I'm not feeling like I really don't have the energy or the inclination to fight. And I just say, okay, I get it. And I kind of try to hope that the argument trails off. I really do sometimes, and be honest with you guys. Not saying I don't let you to engage me. I love the fact that you engage me. I do.
Nah, I love it. I love it. I am backing down.
Yeah.
I am backing down.
I'm backing down either. So bring the arguments, you know what I mean? But sometimes I just ain't got the energy. Right? And it occurred to me sometimes that, if you ladies engage me like this on a particular point, and we ain't in nothing. We ain't got the horse in this race. I mean, there's really nothing to be gained from this. We talking about how we can divide up the bills this month or anything like that. And some of you just going down, ding dong. This is your point, and your point is right. In the face of a mountain of insurmountable evidence. It made me wonder a couple times, what what is it like for your significant others at home? I really wonder sometimes. You can let me know how that goes, ladies. You can put that in the chat as well too. Do you always have to win your arguments at home, ladies? That'd be interesting. Claire is saying this will be resolved by Tuesday. I hope that guy gets a really sound sleep because he has no idea what's in store for him when he gets up.
Please don't blame the Senate. Don't. We don't want that drama. We don't want that smoke. Please.
Okay, Crystal is asking, why would women have that hang up when six-figure men that's married women without any status all the time? What hang up is that?
I think, if I am correct, Crystal, you could correct me. I think she is speaking about a man being out of their league. So a woman will figure, a woman
yes.
woman ain't got no status, woman ain't got no education. She just look good. I look good too. I got my education. I got my degrees. Shoot.
Crystal, Crystal, we gotta get you on the show.
Oh, I would love it.
That is an awesome point. That is exactly why women do not think that anybody.
Not here with. Hold on. Not here with. I'm the other one. Now we used to work. We did some podcasts together before, and I was working with Neil Herwood, but I'm the Hoyt, not Herwood.
That's exactly why women will shoot their shot, right? Because again, it goes back. We will hit anything 1 to 10, right? A fella will hit a 1 and a 2 and a 3 if he feel he could get away with it and nobody know. You know what I mean? So he gone across James Prishy style. He's saying, yeah, everything sorted out, we good to go. Nobody ain't gonna know. But the difference is, will he marry that 1, 2, or 3? Probably not. You know what I mean? He gonna look to marry 8, 9, 10, 7, 6 if she's cute enough. You know what I mean?
And if a man finds a real thing that really cool and that he can marry, but man find a unicorn dipped in gold, wrapped in bacon, with cream cheese frosting, be.
So the fella is going to. So that's why women will shoot their shot, because they know. Shoot, I give you the analogy all the time: Sandals bathroom versus some gas station bathroom.
Man, just looking to pee.
Yeah, just need to go, right? So that is why a woman will shoot her shot, because there's always a fighting chance. There's always a fighting chance if the man just in that moment you could get through.
And we know one of the women, we know one of the women that say, well, he last girlfriend ain't look like nothing. I look better than she. Yeah.
Yeah. And here's the thing, right? Neil. A lot of times they will get through, and without recognizing that, the man just, as to Boris phrase from my guy Steve, lash and dash, right? They think, no, that I'm a 1 and 2, but I can get this guy who's a 7, 8, 9, or 10. Yeah, this guy can come and lash and dash, but he's not going to cheat you, right? I don't make the rules, I just making sure you know them, right? So that's the case. So because you are 1, 2, or 3 in the looks department, does not, and you can get a guy who's a 7, 8, 9, 10 to come and fold you up like laundry, that does not mean that can get a man at a 7, 8, 9, or 10. You can get it to, lash and dash, but not to keep. Not to say he can walk over you and he arm like, yeah, this is my girl, this is my wife. The probability of that is low, unless, of course, you get that guy, that 7, 8, 9, 10 guy, when he was on the come up. You know what I mean? So that is why, Brazil, women will shoot the shot and feel like, yeah, it could get through. Because men thirsty. I mean, we hate it. That's what it is. Claire say a high maintenance man, like someone famous career-wise or just extremely popular locally, someone who always surrounds himself with extremely beautiful ladies, can be a challenge to commit to even when feelings develop. In my experience, it didn't fit with my personality. I was more relieved to pass on him and find someone more in my league. Wow. That's interesting, Claire. It's very interesting. Jerish. Jennifer says, no, but some men I won't approach. I wonder why, Jennifer. Cherish says, some men's ego are too big for me to feed. You move accordingly. And that sounds very loaded. I'll leave it where it is.
Hmm.
Yeah, Nick is saying that might be a man, that woman that you described. Yeah, it might be. That the hot crazy matrix. I know the video, Steve. Go
We
get
gonna
that
find
one.
that video. We gonna
Yeah,
find that video and show the
the
people.
hot crazy
I love that. I
matrix.
love that video.
Rian says, I don't think it's about winning an argument. Sometimes a woman just wants to have an educational conversation and solve the problem, and the man thinks she's being argumentative. Yeah.
That may be you, and that may be
Like,
some women.
and Rian continues, like, let's have a conversation man to man, and that's the problem.
Man to man?
That's the problem. Your man does not want to have a man to man conversation with his woman. He doesn't.
Yeah, I don't want to have a man to man
With,
conversation
on any
with.
subject.
Nope.
On any subject.
Nope.
He does not want to have a man to man conversation with his woman.
Nope.
And that is what saps his energy, because he's like, geez,
I can have this conversation with Derek.
I am here. You know what I mean? I am here in a man to man conversation with my woman.
Yeah. The energy coming off of you is very masculine. And, if I shut my eye and somebody at a mile was to read your exact words and comments with the same inflections and everything like that, I ain't gonna tell you the difference. And that's a problem because you're attracted to women. So
Yeah. So it becomes a massive turn off. Because we had a whole discussion on Tuesday. We talked about femininity and stuff like that. And women being able to lean into their femininity. Soft does not mean weak. Right, ladies? Soft does not mean weak. And I think we kind of conflate the two a lot. Right? And Kwame made the point on Tuesday. Femininity has started more wars than anything else because of women being able to guide the hand, right? Being able to guide a king's hand or whatever, right? Greg is asking, is a man-to-man a terminology for a mature conversation?
yes, if it's between two men.
Yeah, but I prefer to talk to my woman like a woman.
Right. So like if I said Derek, man, I want to talk to you man to man. If Derek and I had an issue, and we men, that's what we do. Man, so listen, man, Derek and I, well, shoot, I don't know if Derek remember this, but you remember way back in the day when we had that situation with a mutual woman, right. I said Derek straight, like, Derek was my best friend at the time, and there was a little love triangle there, and I said, Derek, I want to talk to you man to man.
Straight up.
You know what I mean? I went and either we the 12. Hear me get talk, I want to talk to you about a man. And they went talk to my man. I said, look, here, tune, right? I could tell some vibing more so than for me, so I cherish your friendship. Do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? And look at this 30 years later. So,
You know what I mean?
man to man.
Yeah, man to man is cool. Man to woman is awesome. Right? Man to woman is awesome. And for me, as a guy, believe it or not, I keep to myself often. Right? There are not a lot of people in my particular orbit. If I much rather prefer to spend one-on-one time with my person than being out with a whole set of people. I prefer to spend a lot of time with myself. That's just me. So if I invite you into my space as my partner, as a female partner, and suddenly now I feel like you're talking to one of my boys. Now here's the thing. I don't mind going somewhere with my boys present and you coming along with me. But I don't expect you
trying to be one of the men, though.
Trying to be one of the men. I don't. That is just going to be a huge turn off for me. Right? And I think most men will be, a little put a little offset by their woman saying, man, look, we talk man to man. You know what I mean? No, there will be no pics of the 12-year-old stage. Those will be incriminating. Rian asks, but why should having a conversation be based upon gender? You should be comfortable to be yourself. Because I am a woman, are you going to talk to me as if I'm soft?
All right, wait, hold on a minute now, Rian.
Yes.
Rian.
I ain't even waiting for your response, dude. Yes. I am going to talk to my woman differently than how I'm going to talk to Neil. That's just point blank.
or you know how else to put it, or you can talk to Derek. Like, I don't know if I'm not gonna ask women. Do you talk to your women the same way you talk to your boyfriends? Do you talk
But
to your
sure, look,
girlfriends?
Jimmy is here saying yes, you should and can. But surprise, surprise, men and women are different and speak to each other differently. Yeah, Greg, soft meaning, tone, and tenderness. Yeah, I want to be able to talk to my woman in that way. I don't want to be.
And
I
we're
don't.
not,
For instance, Neil, I don't curse. I don't cuss out nobody that I dealing with. Right, whether it is a committed relationship or just a fling thing, I don't do it. Right, I mean, I would have to be over the edge,
yeah, you gotta be far
upset
gone.
to use that kind of language with a person. But me and you in normal conversation because one another.
Yeah. Normal.
Just normal, you know.
Normal,
It ain't nobody
normal.
vexed or anything.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just how we relate.
Yeah. Well,
You know what I mean? Those of you who would ever be fortunate enough to attend a live
send it.
Senate meeting, that's the language.
Yeah, I mean, man, let's keep it kind of jiggy.
No, that's just the language. That's is men talking, right?
Mm.
Kerry saying yes, we do, but men speak to the fellas differently. Look, they even laugh differently with the men. Facts. Facts. I do not want to feel like I am talking to a man when I'm talking to women. I don't. When I get that vibe, I be quick to X out.
And there's another thing too, right? Um, we gotta remember too that we're not saying that we're gonna come rubbing your head and saying, "Oh, you're so cute, okay, baby," this and that, next and third, to kind of be dismissive or condescending. But by the same token, we're not saying that if you, because as a woman, you can argue as a woman, you know, you
Yeah.
can argue as a woman. So just don't come and say, like, don't come talking to me like how Derek would talk to me, like how the men is talking to me. So listen, boy, what the fuck you ninja?
I ain't gonna tell you for it.
I ain't gonna do it with you. That's the thing. I ain't gonna do it with you. I do not talk to you like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I won't.
So I don't know. To me, Eric, you miss a lot. But yeah, we talking about, well, we continue with Simpin Ain't. We had some videos and stuff like that. We at the point now where we just want women to be women. Like that die hard. And I know that a lot of women will say that we are women, but there are times where you project this energy of just pure masculinity. Right? You project this in your need to be right at times. You project this energy of being a man. What men just do? Men just quit. Like we used to be arguing sports, for example, Derek. We're not going to talk our business about our chat because our chat is very confidential. However, if we always have a running joke, right? Like, if the details of our chat were to be leaked, right? It would be like, men will read out some of these men is friends. These men care about the one another. Like, especially now that it's the NBA playoffs and men got teams that go into the finals and men got teams that ain't make it to the finals and things. Yeah. We're aggressive. Aggressive, right? And we express ourselves like that. Now, we could get into the right or wrong, we could get into the whatever, but the point is that is how we are, right? When y'all girls, and I've noticed it too, some women get with their girls and they're completely different than how they are with me as a boyfriend or me as a man in their life. Sometimes I see them around the girlfriends, they'll be like, "Oh, so okay, so
this is actually you."
Okay, you know what I mean. So at the end of the day, we are trying to compete. You can argue and still be a woman. You don't need to get into the insulting. You didn't need like just. I know how to put it. We just ain't dealing with
it.
it.
Want to put on screen.
Yeah. Don't forget you had sent me something that we were to put up Tuesday that I got up queue up already.
Okay, well, I just sent you something else, but you
can come through. I just come through, boy. This is you sent me two things, so I can put
the
up
second
both.
one.
So put it the second one.
Yeah.
All right.
So because that's kind of tying in what we're talking about right now. Somebody has sent this in earlier today, actually.
All right, I can put it up now. Let me see. What's this? Oh, I could get rid of that. I could get rid of this. Where did I put it? Here we go. Okay. All right. I got
like
it.
I was saying, like if
I
you
got it
don't
on
have
screen now.
nothing to
Oh,
offer me,
should pop it here for me shortly.
if you're not,
Anytime here.
I had my woman playing a ground by mistake, but I get rid of
Right,
it.
okay. Just trying to manifest a relationship where my woman feels safe enough to let her femininity flourish. A lot of the masculine energy we get from females comes from trauma, having to be extremely independent all the time as a means of survival. Never having a man that is comfortable enough in his own masculinity to lead. A lot of women out here in a masculine energy because no man has created a safe enough space for them to be more feminine. And no man needs to try to debate me on this. Debate your single mama. Ask her why she's so masculine.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'll tell you what, I found that particularly interesting. And without kind of going into, I'm going to take the greater point, which is women embracing their femininity,
Mm.
right? I feel like if there is a lot of, um, let's say, blaming, for want of a better word, of men for the lack of femininity. And I said to the person who sent me, it, I said to them, how would it look if we flipped it? So I'm just trying to manifest a relationship where my man feels safe enough to let his masculinity flourish. A lot of the feminine energy we get from males comes from their trauma, having to be extremely dependent all the time as a means of survival, never having a woman that is comfortable enough in her own femininity to let him lead, right? A lot of men out here in a feminine energy because no woman has created a safe enough space for them to be more masculine. It reads funny, right? It reads funny because we're not gonna take that from men. Men don't have that leeway to say, well, hey, it was kind of raised that way, so this is how I am. Take me as I am. Women don't accept that from men. So to say that women, because again, we live in a matriarchal society.
Love it.
Yeah, a
I
man
love
wrote that
it.
naked, and he would be what we are talking about here tonight. But that's another
Simpin
story for
Ain't easy.
another time. Um, because that's what you call pandering. He understands that when he posts something like that, he's gonna get the females to come in and say, yeah, 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 look how you go, you, because he's looking to get some ass without saying it.
But my thought on it is that he does make a point to a degree.
I agree. I
Yeah,
agree, Neil.
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
agree. I take the point that there has been trauma and everything there. I take that point.
But who is it incumbent on to deal with that trauma
And to heal.
and to heal?
Because, shoot, nobody in asking the men what trauma they've been through.
Man,
And it's incumbent upon them, as you say, to do their own healing and come to their relationship whole, or as whole as they can be.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So for that, I found that particularly interesting in that, we do want the women to be more feminine.
Mm-hmm.
We understand that there was there have been traumas. We understand that. They had a lot to go through.
Mm-hmm.
Because of very survival, they had to. Well, how does a woman say that you are doing it wrong? We don't understand. We don't agree. Or here's another way of doing it without sounding masculine. There are always ways of doing it. Everything. Church. There's always a way of doing it. Having been in a situation like that, I had a partner who told me straight out, I am not going to gas you up. I am not. I am not here. I am not here to blow smoke up your ass, is what she would say.
Oh my.
Right? And, you know, there are ways of doing things. And again, she was a very, very feminine woman. So yeah, I was able to deal with that, right? Because it never felt like it was a fight, right? There was some submission going on there. No, y'all don't like that word, but it is what it is, you know? And at some point, there needs to be some kind of submission going on. Being soft and vulnerable doesn't fit neatly into the real life in 2021. Between the corporate world and the traffic, we have to toughen up.
I disagree. So that's outside. That's outside in the world. When you come home, you ain't trying. You don't want to be soft and vulnerable with your husband, with your boyfriend, with your partner. Being in the corporate world and in traffic, you have to toughen up. You gotta be tough at home too. You see, we get it. It's not that we understand the trade-off y'all had to, the sacrifice y'all women had to make to have equal opportunity in the workforce. We get it. We understand. You had to toughen up. You had to shoot. My mother used to say she used to work in a male-dominated field, and my mother used to say, I watched my mother, and one time as a little boy, I asked my mother, why you talk like the man? Why you move like the man? And she said, it caused her pause, and she was like, yeah, it's a male-dominated world, and if I act soft and delicate and dainty, I can get rolled through. I can get, my job, I can get sales taken from me. I can get these bad experiences or whatever. So my mother had to be aggressive. However, when my mother was around her partner, most of the time she was soft. My mother projects softness to her sons, myself and my brother, right? So we only, like, seeing my mother at work back then and seeing my mother at home was like, it was hard for me to reconcile because I didn't understand, like, why my mother gotta be saying and talking, calling me by the last name and this and that next. But when she come home to my father, you know what I mean, is a whole diff. She ain't calling my father Hoy. You know what I mean? So we get it, but there's time and place, right? The same way we gotta be out there fighting, and the same way we gotta be scrapping, and the same way we gotta be competing, and the same way we gotta project strength outside. When we come home, we take off our armor, unless somebody trying to violate the household. We ain't trying to go home with armor in the house too. So if we come home and you don't want me to talk to how we talk to the man on in the bar, because it's get that a lot. Who you feel you talking to? You feel like it's one of your friends? You feel it's one of the little women or that the bar is be talking to? Nah, you here at me. You know what I mean? So I understand, but there's a time and a place. If you want your man to come home and to create and enjoy a space with you that is comfortable, easy, soft, vulnerable, you want a masculine energy, you want to be that feminine energy, then both people gotta come home and put on that armor though. So to me, that an excuse.
Erica says we're supposed to sit pretty and stay quiet and then soothe the male ego with some sweet talk
Look.
and make him feel it was his idea or realization.
Oh.
And if that's what you glean from what we said, we didn't say that, but if that's what you glean from it, okay. Nobody is saying that is what you want to happen. We are saying, however, there's a certain way to say certain things. You get more flies with honey than with vinegar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Rihanna says, I think be yourself and the right person will love you for who you are, and that goes the other way. Cherry says sometimes you can be polite and give praise, but if the mind isn't open to it, it still comes off as if you're battling. So it's a balance, I guess.
I mean, don't get us wrong, like don't get us wrong. There are men out there that would have a woman being soft, delicate, and everything like that, and because it's such a foreign concept to him, or because he has his trauma or whatever, he just kind of rejects it. He shoot. I know of a situation where a woman had a man, and the man used to say he used to be pushing the woman buttons. The woman used to crawl or get on, and the man used to be like, "You don't argue with me or crawl with me like my other women, like my other ex women. Like that's freaked me out." Some men have trauma. Some men just don't know how to deal with it. Don't know
But
what to do with it.
here's a real
Right?
question, Neil. Here's a real question. Are the women in the chat as soft as you think you really are?
Oh, bumble club.
Because if you give me all this, because it may be a case where you think you're being soft when you're really not.
Oh my God.
It may be that. You never know. So you may think that you're coming over one way, but you're coming over completely differently.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to consider that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because a lot of times stuff gets lost in the filters that we automatically engage based on the persons to whom we're speaking.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it may be a case where you're thinking, oh, I'd be ever so soft and supportive, but it's not coming over that way. Listen,
Sure, so I feel attacked.
I don't know. No, I don't want you to feel attacked. I
Look,
don't
I
want you
see,
to feel attacked.
I see people asking things in the comment section like, "What is masculine? What is being soft? Like, what is being masculine?" And I don't remember who asked that. Maybe it was Erica, but Erica, you missed when I said what I think a man. What makes a man, right? A man is a constant. A man is more stable. In all the leads, the man is more. He enforces what he does not provide. So, well, he enforces. Period. Right? Morality, love, compassion. He enforces those things, and a woman or being soft is the nurturing of those things. There is a far difference between, honey, I realize you did not carry out the garbage today. Is something wrong? You miss the garbage about 3 days a week. Do we need to come up with another system? Versus all the time, so you don't carry out the plastic garbage. I don't know. Huh? This is bare foolishness all the time, so who talks to you like that? Who taught you like that, Derek? Who taught you? My mother. My mother used to talk to me like that. You know, plastic, garbage, this and that is foolishness. So, as much as yes, we want somebody to hold us accountable, because both women in that scenario are holding us accountable for our lack of duty. But there's one where we would be willing to say, okay, you know what, I messed up. I'm sorry. I hold myself accountable. Or you know what, I'm right. The system that we have now in taking out the garbage is not working. We need to find another way. Versus, rah, 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 they might carry garbage and they might get chew shit by listening to music or gonna play video games or gonna eat shot and drink or gonna watch football. But you see, Nika is saying, but Neil, if you don't do it, then I have to. So what other system you mean? Nika.
Greg is saying, don't use soft, use tender or caring. Soft implies you won't stand up for your view or rights. Yeah, and we say all the time, soft does not mean weak. Soft does not mean pushover. It doesn't.
It does not. Crystal saying, honestly, y'all tell me, both y'all know me to an extent. Be gentle. I don't know if she's soft. I don't understand. What's that? What was she asking us?
I think she's asking if she's soft.
I think Crystal.
Right. So yes.
I think Crystal. I think you're soft. As a matter of fact, I have engaged you in serious conversation, in jovial conversation, and granted, I don't like. I ain't claim to say I know you, length and breadth of who you are and your personality, but you bring a certain femininity that me as a man would be attracted to. Right now, obviously, I don't know you, so then over time, I would get to know you to see how you are in various situations and various things. So yes, you have enough softness, or I don't even want to say softness, feminine energy that would make me say, all right, yeah. I mean, you look like a woman, you carry yourself like a woman. And I have seen you and heard you in serious debates. I've even seen you in online debates. I've seen you in debates on television, on Facebook, all sorts of things. And I've seen you rant, and you're being firm, but you're doing it from a place of femininity. I don't know. I see Nika telling me I won't address Nika, but if you don't do it, then and I have to, what other system to me? You can set an alarm. You can, remind me. You can decide you can take it out, and I take on another responsibility. You see, what other system is there? There's so many possibilities. And then I see Vincent Butneil. Dot 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 dot. You will go. If you're gonna curse me, man. Let me have it. I hear for the. I hear. For back broad. I don't take these things personally. I understand everybody has their perspective, and I understand. Your mouth too sugary. Well, I ain't gonna lie to you, Crystal, man. I let's just say that I can't articulate. But yeah, in all seriousness though, I don't mind people's perspective. I don't mind the pushback. I understand how you see it. I just hope you understand how I see it as well. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm saying I believe that is how we get about it. Neil, the garbage example isn't a good one, but you will be open to that other system. That can be frustrating. But so okay. So Nika, we talking about garbage, right? I ain't carrying out the garbage. I am taking the lead in garbage, and you're submitted to my lead. And you realize that there are problems. You come and sit there. I realize that you're not carrying out the garbage. Is everything all right? Do you need a reminder? Do you need me to write something? Do you need me to whatever? And if after time I still messing up the garbage, you can say, well, I can carry out the garbage. But you know what? You handle the pressing of clothes.
I find it particularly interesting.
I don't know. I don't know why it's not a good one.
That we are having this back and forth about not quarreling. Put it this way, right? Put it this way. For people that express themselves about policing every single time. I agree with you, Mason. But here's the challenge, right? Here's the challenge.
Nick is killing me. Maggots and all, Nick. Maggots and all. Oh my God.
Here's the thing.
Well, that could be me, cause I ain't. Right? Nah.
Men are not the only ones who mess up stuff in relationships. Contrary to popular belief, there are many times in a relationship that a man will see something and he will fold his lip, bite his lip, just say, that ain't worth the noise. And if it's something he can do himself, he do it himself. If it's something he can fix himself, he will fix it. Right? How about ladies? If your man decided, you know what? Every time something happen in here that I don't like, I can be on her ass.
And not only, I mean, like, oh God, well, I can't believe this thing. When they kill you and out, I don't understand this.
Not that he's coming and saying, not that he's coming with a gentle reminder and saying, honey, you were supposed to do X.
You just do the cooking on a Thursday, the cool food ain't
cooked. It's a noise.
Yeah.
It's a noise.
Every Thursday you cut the food and you realize you're a thing. What, but that's bare foolishness.
Yeah. Nobody wants that particular situation. And the same way you wouldn't want your man to be on your ass like that with the things that you have done. Some of them you may not even know you would have done. He doesn't want it either. Right? So that's all we're saying.
But Nika, we know that some men are so in truth. But those men, how do you think those women feel? If a man was like that for you, how you would feel? Okay. I live my life by do unto others as you would have them do unto you. That is my mantra, my life statement. You understand? I have been in situations where the responsibility for a certain thing within the domestic household or in the relationship was on the woman, and she was failing at it, and I would gently say, I need you to remind you. And then after time when I realized that she messing up all the time, I say, look, you want me to I would say, look, I realize this may be a little too much for you. I can handle it. It's no problem. If you say, no, I can handle it, then go ahead. But then I will constantly gently remind you. And if I realize you just don't want to relinquish control of it and you just want to continue doing it, I would just check behind you. But I ain't crawling. I am not going to make you feel less than a woman. Than an adult. Forget woman. I'm not going to make you feel like that you're a little child.
Correct.
You're not responsible.
Correct. And that is how it comes over to men.
Because at the end of the day, we are in a committed relationship. I have chosen you and you have chosen me. So why am I going to try to ridicule you and make you feel less than? What benefit is that to me? So I am gently going to say, You missed the bill payment? That is fine. You want me to take over the bill payments? No, you got it? Fine. Well, then how about you set up something that comes off of the account? We could create something that comes off the account every third or the fourth of the month that pays the bill. And we ain't got to worry about that again. How about that? I look for solutions. I ain't gonna come and say cheese on bread. The phone disconnect again. I can't stand. You got one. You literally got one thing to do.
job.
Pay bills. And you
one
paying
job.
bills on time. And that's me as a man. And hold on there. That's me as a man that's supposed to be aggressive and got that attitude. I ain't doing that.
Yeah.
So then why if I ain't doing that to you as a man, as a human being, as an adult, why would I tolerate that from you, from any woman?
There you go. When someone saying there, in my experience, those next guys that bite their lips and swallow their frustrations find me and attempt to complain about their wives. Yeah, Neil says it all the time. If it's noisy in the house, I'm out of because a man don't want to let his wife. A man doesn't want to leave his wife, so he would just shut down
Man,
and
find other ways,
seek solace elsewhere.
or
You know what I mean?
with someone else.
She says, "Don't get me wrong, guys. I appreciate this trying towards peaceful resolutions to conflict, but I do feel like it is unrealistic to expect a person to be the exact same in every single situation. It is not, and I'll tell you why.
Right? I was just about to say, go get it.
I had an ex that used to say that, right? And it's not. I'll tell you why. Because when you go to work, you can't holler at your boss. As a man, you got to submit to your boss.
What are you doing, Derek? So wait. You trying to say that the man is the boss of me as a woman?
When it's that time of the month, you got to submit to your boss. Man or woman, if it's depending on who your boss is. You got to submit.
You got to respect your boss. When you go in the street,
you can't play off the handle.
You got to respect the cashier. You got to respect the
job. But because there's nothing to lose in your mind here at home,
yeah, you got
to
it.
Come and talk to me anyhow.
Don't use the word analogy. Why not, Vincent? Why don't use the word analogy?
I can. I feel it's a very accurate analogy to use.
But listen,
I know you would tell me no that I ain't your boss. I know you would tell me that.
But no, forget boss. Forget boss.
Within the context of the thing, person to person, human to human, man to woman, man to man, whatever it is, you are not going to shout carry on with your co-workers.
You're carrying on with your friends. You're shouting at carrying on. That's the thing,
You can't do it with me.
The thing is, what got me about this situation, right, is that Vincent, you're saying things like, you can't expect me to react the same way or whatever, right? But watch it, right? You again, your father and say, you ain't cursing out your father, you ain't cursing out your mother, you ain't cursing out your friends, your co-workers. You are not, in some of these situations, right? Women and men talk to each other in manners that they would not talk to anyone else. And for you to think that you are upset, granted, things happen. You fly off the handle, fine. But be accountable for it and apologize, though. A lot of women that's come a cursing and carrying on or whatever, and they know they're wrong, but they ain't say, so you waiting for an apology, though. But keep waiting. Keep waiting. A woman will say, I know I'm wrong, but I'm apologizing. Like, people, let us not get in this thing that just because you have a partner, it means that you could treat them any old hoe. Yeah, because you would not want to be treated any old hoe. If a man comes home and something, shoot, you hit the man car, right? I remember one time, right? An ex-girlfriend of mine, we were together at the time, and she hit my car. She was driving, right? And we had this thing where every time I would drive, she would be like a backseat driver. She'd be very critical of things I'm doing on the road, right? And it used to make me feel like, this woman, I've been driving longer. I've been driving longer than you've been an adult. Like, driving 20 years now. Like, you know what I mean? I could drive. Like, relax, right? And I didn't say that to her. I said that to myself. There's one particular day we made a stop, and then she decided to drive because I wanted to eat. I was hungry. So we stopped. She drove, and we were going to wherever we were going. And anyhow, she ended up hitting the car because, and the thing is, I saw it happening, but I was like, just watch out the car, just watch out the car. But I did not do what she did, and she ended up hitting my car. No, I was pissed, yo. But you know what? I had to collect myself. We went out. We had a social with friends. We went out. We interacted with our friends. We didn't really speak to each other or whatever. We got in the car and we were driving home. And she she came with the, let me know how much it costs to repair your car. I will get it fixed you. I said, I literally had to be like, I literally had to look at her and say, listen, we ain't doing that. Right? Let us talk about it. Something happened today, and right? I say, I feel as though when I am driving, you just treat me like I am a learner, like I know what my license. You make me feel uncomfortable. You make me feel insecure, not insecure, like I can't drive. And I don't want to. You complain that I do that to you too. And in that situation, I was just gently telling you, look out for that, look out for that, look out for that. But you ended up hitting it. Now you know I pissed, but I am not gonna be standoffish with you. It is an accident. It happened. I will get it repaired. You know what I mean? No one was hurt. We are both fine. But I think in the end, if I am driving or you are driving and we're together, just let us drive. Let us do our thing. And if I as a driver miss something, there's nothing wrong in saying, oh, watch out for that. Just be careful. There's nothing wrong with that. But don't make me feel as though I get my license 2 days ago. You remember when you get a license 2 days ago and your mother didn't want you to drive by yourself?
Yeah.
And everything she's saying, oh God, oh Jesus, oh God, oh Jesus. Like, we don't want that. So we had a conversation and we reconciled that. I didn't fly off the handle. I don't know who know what car I got, or I don't know how y'all know. I love my car bad, you know. When I hit my car, I was like, all right. And I literally was pissed. But what you gonna do? I can curse the woman to tell you, well, God bless.
Exactly.
You hit my
Imagine
effing
if
car.
the situation were reversed and you had hit her vehicle.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? Guys, we at that kind of time. It's been an awesome night again. Thank you so much for tuning in. Check us out, the Senate podcast.
Wait, you want me to run that last graphic?
Yeah, I ran that last graphic there. So the last one I sent you?
No, the one with wait. Remember, but I got to then. I hate a man that whines.
No, give me the second.
All right, you want me to leave that out? All right, let me look for it. What did they save it as? I saved it as, where is your chat? Oh, I didn't save it. This is the one with Dr. Smith.
Yeah. This is the last thing we can close up here tonight.
Yeah. Dr. Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it should be on screen now. Yep.
Men, it's okay to have standards. You're allowed to reject women who bring misery and chaos.
Ooh.
You're allowed to disregard damsels in distress.
Ooh.
You're allowed to pursue your mission without drama or hindrance.
Ooh.
You're allowed to choose women of grace and character.
I want ones in the chat.
Yeah, I think we can say no with that one there tonight. Guys, it's been great.
Thank you so very much, for real.
It's
keep us on our toes, keep pushing back, because that is the only way we can come to some general and mutual understanding on things, for real.
Yeah.
But just know that we're not talking out our behinds. You can't call us liars. You can't call us like we talking a humper roll or anything like that. We speaking of a position of experience and just logical thinking. So,
and it's not just our experience. It is the experience of men across the world as well now too, right? So,
so
it's been great.
Yep.
Check us out on the Senate podcast here on YouTube and Facebook. The Senate podcast on 246 on IG. And you can email us at senateinsession@gmail.com. Remember, guys, they don't make the rules. Just let you know what they are. Be the best version of you for you. We'll see you guys next week.
Peace and love, everybody.